Sometimes the media reports stories, like if they have a police story, they go to a police station. Sometimes they go to the 10th precinct because it's right next to their newsroom, and the action's really going on at the 20th precinct. Well, I'm reporting on postseason baseball, so naturally I'm here. Postseason baseball. The question is, why is Sam Holbrook working the Cardinals-Braves series? He had that infield fly rule a little while ago, so why is he even there? And the answer to that question, actually, is twofold. First of all, bygones be bygones. It's been, what, 7 years? Took Doug Eddings about 9 years to get back from the White Sox-Angels thing back to the postseason. Dropped third strike. So that's part of it. But really, the true answer is the assignments come out about a week, 2 weeks before the season ends is when they make those assignments. And at that time, we did not know what the teams were going to be. And by we, I mean baseball as a whole, including the MLB office. They had an idea that it wouldn't probably be the Dodgers for that series, but they didn't know who the other teams would be. They had probably little idea it would be a Cardinals-Braves matchup. So they created the assignment for Holbrook before Cardinals-Braves was on the docket. So that's your primary reason. Why did he get the series? Because they didn't know it would be the series. So that's one. The other question, or the other, I suppose, question I got about the postseason series was, who makes the assignments in the first place, or how do they make the assignments? And thanks to, if nothing else, Angel Hernandez's lawsuit against baseball, in which they deposed Manfred, Torre, Peter Woodfork, and McMahon. No, not McMahon. What's his name? McKendry? Matt McMahon's another guy. Hi, Matt. No, Matt McKendry from The Office. MLB office, not the TV show. They deposed them about how they make schedules. And the answer to that was, you would think we have criteria in front of us, the observer reports from the season, but then they admitted, yeah, we don't really use that anyway. They look at game management. So speaking of game management, because that was found in deposition and Angel Hernandez's team said, oh, they're not even using objective criteria. We want to add that to our lawsuit. So they filed a motion. MLB said, oh, it's too late for them. They shouldn't be able to add that. And yeah, so the litigation's going to take some more time. But that's part of it. That's part of it is that you have this issue of game management, and you have a game management series in Dodgers Nats because it's the Jewel series, if you will. So they put their top crew chief on the NL side, Ted Barrett, for that one. Holbrook got the other one, which is the middle ground series. That's more of an accuracy game calling series than a game management series. But even so, with Holbrook, I noticed in the past, they've generally alternated him in postseasons recently. AL, then NL, then AL, then NL. He had AL last time, so this is his time for an NL series, I suppose, at least for the first round. And if he goes to the wild card round, he'll get switched back to the AL side. But what do they use as criteria? Well, first and foremost, not every umpire who should work the postseason gets to work the postseason. What I mean by that is, let's say you earned a postseason assignment because you really had a really good performance year. But like Jerry Lane, Dana DeMuth, or other names that we would expect to see, you've been hurt and you didn't work the minimum number of games required to work a postseason. That's one reason that an umpire who might be promising doesn't get a postseason assignment, because they just missed too much time during the year. Chad Whitson's another example. Remember, he was hired to the full-time staff in the middle of the year, but he only worked half of the season as a full-time staff member. Therefore, he didn't work enough games. He's not eligible either. Mike Estabrook, remember when I talked about Mike Estabrook with the most ejections, with 13 ejections? Is that going to have an impact on him? Is that going to negatively affect him? Well, we haven't seen him in the first 2 rounds of the postseason. Maybe too many ejections. That's a game management issue. There are so many reasons why umpires get postseason assignments or not, only some of which include your plate score for the year, your base score or replay scores, ejections, things of that nature that actually can be quantified. And then there's the game management skill that Angel Hernandez in his suit says, that's a subjective criteria that really doesn't make any sense, and I want to figure out exactly what's going on. So we will stand by for Angel's suit to go forward, and I bring it up solely because it is related to the question, how do umpires get postseason assignments? Well, there was a deposition not too long ago this summer where all of the MLB guys got on the horn and said, either I know how it works or ask this guy, he knows how it works. And the main 2 guys were Woodfork and Torre. And both of them said, especially Woodfork said, we do not actually put the game eval, the black and white paperwork in front of us when we complete this assignments, or if we do, it's not the complete extent of what we do. So it's an interesting admission to have, and that sort of answers the question of how assignments are made and why Holbrook is on the Braves-Cardinals series. They didn't know it would be the Brave-Cardinals series when they assigned it to him. That's why.